Dinkum officially has a new publisher, another event kicks off in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and Puffpals Island Skies finally shares an update. All this and more today. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, bringing you the latest gaming news with Sunnyside Up. Today is February 10th, 2025, so let's get started with our first major headline. The solo developer behind Dinkum announced that as of this month, Krafton will take on the publishing and associated service operations for Dinkum. However, he will continue to lead the game's development, ensuring that it receives even more exciting updates in the future. Krafton is a global game company known for developing and publishing a wide range of games, from Inzoi and Subnautica to the Callisto Protocol and PUBG. This news is coming just months after it was announced that Krafton would also be creating a mobile spin-off of the game called Dinkum Together. But as for the mainline title, the developer further shared that for any of those who have already purchased Dinkum, players shouldn't see any changes or experience any inconveniences as Krafton assumes their new role of publishing the game. Further, there are apparently some exciting new things coming to Dinkum thanks to this partnership. For example, they are currently working on adding additional language support for over 10 languages to the game, with more announcements coming. Taking an optimistic outlook on this, hopefully this alleviates some of the workload and stress associated with being the solo developer on a very popular game like Dinkum, so that he can focus his efforts on creating and developing. Also, while there has been no word on this just yet, I imagine Krafton would like to get Dinkum to full release and on consoles as soon as possible to expand their reach and their game sales, so those of you who are waiting for a console port might be able to look forward to this sooner than if it continued on as a solo project. However, please note that this is entirely speculation on my part. The only thing that I personally find slightly concerning so far about this news is the following statement, which reads, Krafton is committed to delivering richer content and a variety of services to enhance Dinkum's charm even further. Richer content is great. Variety of services has me a little worried. I'm hoping this doesn't point towards an updated monetization structure for Dinkum and perhaps is more of a commentary on the mobile spin-off game, but I am going to hope for the best until they give us reason to think otherwise. Regardless of the outcome, this announcement is particularly interesting to me because while indie games are picked up by publishers all the time, this is the first time I've personally seen a behemoth, multi-billion-dollar company pick up an indie title, and especially one created by a solo developer. It's actually pretty crazy, so be sure to share your thoughts with me on this down in the comments. A playful co-op party game was revealed called Sheepherds, sharing a first look at its cozy gameplay. In this title, you and your sheepdog buddies will guide colorful flocks of sheep through beautiful landscapes. And if you guide the sheep through color flower fields, you will actually dye their wool, which you collect and can use to make clothes for you and your friends. The game supports anywhere from 2 to 4 players in cooperative gameplay, where everyone is contributing freely to a common goal with no mandatory task sharing or time limits. However, if you would like an extra challenge, there are optional objectives that have been designed to test your skills and teamwork, but if you'd prefer for more relaxed gameplay, you can opt out of these challenges entirely. And perhaps the best part is that you can customize your own dog, unlocking stylish accessories, colorful outfits, unique skins, and even custom bark tones to personalize your sheepdog. There's actually a demo available right now on Steam, which offers local co-op and remote play together functionality, but the team has plans to implement both couch co-op and online multiplayer for the full release, which is planned for sometime this year. Now it's time for our next major headline. Another new event has kicked off in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, the Hugs and Hearts celebration. This event offers new outfits and furniture to collect. However, it is quite simple in what it demands from players. You will be able to catch one love bug per real-life day, which can be traded for adorable love-themed items. Plus, special items from last year's collection are also available to acquire, along with new daily login rewards and a Hugs and Hearts finale. This event will be running until February 21st. Also, don't forget the Luck and Lanterns event is still ongoing, so be sure to collect your lucky envelopes to trade for more special items. So far, the events in Hello Kitty Island Adventure have been cute, but admittedly slightly underwhelming. The way they've been structured so far very much focuses on requiring players to log in every day, but there isn't a ton of substance beyond that, at least in my opinion and from what we've seen so far. But I personally don't mind this too much because my plate is already full with the base game's content, and for those of you who have other games on the go like me, it might be nice to not feel overwhelmed with big limited time events. At the same time, I can understand feeling disappointed if you were hoping for something much more elaborate, like the incredibly massive events that we see in games like Infinity Nikki, for example. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on this down in the comments. The sequel to a fun puzzle adventure game about two charming robots was announced, called Biped 2. In this title, you set out on a rescue mission as you explore an unknown planet with 2 to 4 total players, or experience the adventure in single-player mode. Try out interesting movement types like gliding, grappling, and sliding, and experiment with unique pair mechanics where you unite with your robot partner, taking on the roles of legs or arms to coordinate your next steps. As you adventure, unravel the mysteries of this alien planet and meet new characters along the way. Explore unfamiliar environments and face the challenges that they bring together. You can also dress up your bipeds for the occasion, and the game offers the ability to build your own levels using Steam Workshop. Biped 2 is currently running a demo, which can be enjoyed alone or with 1 to 3 friends in local or online co-op, and the game is set to release on Steam sometime in Q2 of this year. Now it's time for our final major headline. The team behind Puffpals Island Skies finally shared an update on what's next for the game, along with some FAQs. Here's what you need to know. First of all, the second alpha phase is almost ready to roll out, which will bring new content and features to the game for playtesting. The team will be sharing the date for Alpha 2, along with more detailed information about the update soon. And they also shared that they will be moving the timeline forward for early access, which honestly should go without saying since it was previously set to release in 2024, and we are now in 2025. But it's good to have that clarification. According to this announcement, the new release timeline for early access will be determined by the feedback received from players in Alpha 2, with the same logic applying to the game's full release. Looking ahead, the team has stated that they will be working to establish more consistent communication, which would be great to see because, to date, we've often had long periods of radio silence. In the FAQs, the team further shared that Alpha Phase 2 will not be the last alpha update before moving on to early access, so there will be more waves of the alpha between now and then. And interestingly, in response to the question, are you still on track for a 2025 full release? The team responded, we'll need to see how the rest of alpha and early access go before committing to a full release date. I personally think the answer should have just been no, because I think there's no way the game will fully release this year. Like I previously stated, initially they had targeted that 2024 early access release and a 2025 full release date, meaning they predicted they would need about 1 year of early access ahead of the full release. So I do wish they would have perhaps been a bit more upfront about the reality of the new timeline, but I do imagine they're probably also worried about upsetting their Kickstarter backers who were expecting a release this year. So if they're not going to say it, I will, and recommend that you don't get your hopes up on seeing the full release anytime soon. Of course, I'm always happy to wait for a quality game, especially with so many other titles to enjoy in the meantime. They can take all the time they need to create the game that they've envisioned, and we will patiently wait. I just do hope that to temper expectations in the future, they can perhaps provide a little bit more realistic information, especially for folks that are really looking at those timelines and gauging their expectations based on that. Coming up this week, Couch Co-op Fest is taking place on Steam from now until February 17th at 10 o'clock a.m. PST. This celebration features discounts and demos on games made to be enjoyed with friends both far and near. And if you're interested in sharing games with others, be sure to check out my latest video that features some of the best couch co-op games to enjoy with loved ones, just in time for Valentine's and Friends Day. But what will you be playing this week, and what new announcements are you most excited for? Anything and everything. You know I always love hearing from you. Please make sure you're subscribed with your notifications on for weekly episodes of Sunnyside Up. Shine that lovely like button to help support the series. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care.